What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Raw Stocks. This is Rustic. Today we're going to be taking a look at Tesla's chart. We're going to look at where price came from, where price ended today, and where price is likely to head tomorrow and into the rest of the week. Before we get started, don't forget to check out the link in the description below. We got the brand new Raw Stocks official website up and running. Links to join the Discord as a free member. Information about pricing if you want to join the premium side of the Discord, where you get the Raw Stocks callouts, the custom book study that we just finished up that's pre-recorded, as well as some education, some weekly stock picks, and the private chat. Also more things to be coming for private members as we continue to grow and develop. So check that out. Again, the link's in the description below. Let's go ahead and dive right into the chart though. Take a look and see what price is telling us. So we got Tesla's daily chart pulled up. We talked about some key levels yesterday. It wasn't an awesome day for Tesla. We opened and we just sold off, and then we kind of hovered right around that 174, 175 range. But we're still not looking too bad, right? On the daily chart here, we did not break below the previous day high or low, so we did not officially break down, right? If we start breaking below that previous day low, which was Friday's low, right? If we break down below that range, we could look for price to make a run on the sell side liquidity. We talked about that yesterday. Right now, we've run a test of the 20 period EMA on the daily chart. We're below the 50, right? But we're still above the 20. So that's a good sign that we didn't fall below. We just ran a test of. We still could bounce off of there. And at that point, we'd be looking to potentially push up to that 187 level where the 100 period or the 100-day EMA is, right? And then above that, we got the 200. So we have some different levels that are still on our chart that we were still looking at yesterday. We got 180.38. We have the daily fair value gap between 176 and 182.27. And then we have some additional liquidity targets above, right? If we start dropping, we got, our previous day low coming in at 172.75. We got sell side liquidity at 169. We got an additional sell side liquidity level at 167.57, right? And then below that, we have a large daily fair value gap. Now, something I do want to check out real quick with you guys. We haven't done this before, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at some black box options data. And what I want to draw your attention to is the gamma levels. We're starting to talk about gamma levels more. I've been using gamma levels more in the trading. It's been proven to work pretty well. What I want to notice is that we have our highest gamma reading right now at 185, right? So a lot of times what happens, although we have a fairly decent gamma level also at 170, but the highest is at 185. So a lot of times what happens is you get dealers hedging when they're selling these positions, and you make a push often up to those gamma levels. Not often do we break all the way through the highest gamma level, but oftentimes we'll see a push up to the gamma levels, right? And then dealers start closing their hedge positions. We also have that negative gamma at 170. So entirely possible that we maybe push down Tuesday to that 170 gamma level and then pop back up, potentially run at that 180 to 185 gamma level up above. So things to be watching out for. As far as flow goes, we didn't see Tesla really too active on the confirmed bullish flow. Check out bearish flow. We had confirmed 64 million, which isn't huge for bearish flow, for Tesla, but it was confirmed bearish flow. We also saw that push down. So oftentimes that flow does not give us a good indicator of what's going to happen on the next day. That's often, kind of telling us what's happened in the day that we're currently in. So we'll be looking at that tomorrow, and we'll be, again, continuing to monitor these gamma levels. Let's jump back over to the chart. We'll drop to the 4-hour chart, right? We talked about some of these moving averages yesterday. Now, if we blow this up, something I want to notice that is a new development is we have a large 4-hour bearish fair value gap. Okay. We also have the 100 period right above, the 200 period on the 4-hour right above us. Okay. Something that we could anticipate, even if we don't make a run up into the 180s, is that we try to push up into the consequent encroachment of this fair value gap, right? We could find rejection there and then make another run, down below. So something like that, right? Would anticipate that we're going to draw into that fair value gap. Now we could pop through it, close it, no big deal, right? At that point, it inverted. and then price would continue higher. But even a push up here to these moving averages, to this 200 period 4 hour, you know, we could expect some kind of reaction around that 176 range or somewhere in this fair value gap, right? I'm definitely anticipating like 176, 177 at the minimum to see us push up potentially even tomorrow. But we'll just have to continue to wait and see. What you see as far as our moving averages go, right? We dropped down through all the moving averages. Something we talked about in the video yesterday was that we were above all those moving averages. Now we dropped down below them. We ran a test of the 100 period, which is below. We got the 20, the 50, the 100, right? And we were hoping that those would push us up through the 200, but we fell down. We ran a test of the 100. Now we pop back up above the 50, right? So see if we can get above those moving averages. Above those moving averages could push us up a little bit. Let's take a look at what RSI is saying. We're now below the moving average on the RSI. We're right around 50. So at this point in time, anything can go as far as the RSI goes. We could roll over, fall back down, right? See some kind of newer low, maybe not a lower low all the way down to 167, but you know, maybe take out this previous day low at 172.76, something like that, right? At that point, we'd be below the moving averages, so we might see it pop back up and then drop back down. Now, again, if we can get back up above the 20 period here, we're above the 50 and 100, we can make a run back up on that 200 at 176.18, right, into this fair value gap, and then see if we can push back through that and make a run at those high gamma levels up at 180 and 185. We drop down to the 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart, again, yesterday we were talking about how we were above all the moving averages. The moving averages were lined up 20, 50, 100, 200, right? We were above it, but that one massive candle out of the gate dropped us below all the moving averages. Now what we see is that we have all the moving averages kind of coming to a point of intersection, right? So it's going to be kind of make or break time for Tesla, right? As all of these moving averages converge on each other, and you have the RSI here, again, right around the middle point, just slightly below the moving average. Also, we got a 1 hour fair value gap here. That you know, consequent encroachment coming in around the same level, 177, right? So we might see price push up there, reject, come back down, you know, possibly all the way down to, you know, maybe 171.45, make a run on that 170 gamma level. At that point in time, I still expect that we're going to push up. We have those high gamma levels, and unless those high gamma levels change on the, you know, on the options data, then we're still going to push up on that level. It could happen later on in the week. It would burn some theta for sure on those calls, right? But typically we push to the highest gamma points. And if we have high gamma on both sides, a lot of times we push on both of them, right? So still anticipating we're going to make a run back up towards 180. But will it happen tomorrow or will it happen later in the week? That's really the question. So if we also drop into the 15-minute chart, 15-minute chart shows us respecting the order block, right? The order block comes from back on May 16th. We dipped down into it and punched right out of it, right? Now we've come back down. We've dipped into it. We for now set a higher low, right? We got a lower low, intermediate low, short-term low. We're back up. We kind of pop back up into the PM session. We're above the 20 period, right? If we can get some momentum, we can get back above the moving averages on the 15-minute chart. We can have them curl back up, and then we can see us make a run back up, you know, 177, 180, right? Previous high from Friday coming in at 196. Let's see, 190 or 179.63 was the official high of Friday. So we can get above these moving averages. We got RSI in our favor on the 15-minute chart. Right, that could drive us back up, certainly could drive price back up and see us back into those 180s in no time. We also have NVIDIA earnings coming up, and we could get some sympathy from NVIDIA earnings and from maybe the rest of the market running off of NVIDIA earnings. So we'll also be watching pretty closely after hours on Wednesday, you know, or just, you know, even through like the next 2 trading sessions to see if NVIDIA continues to run and if it can pull the rest of the market up with it. Last thing we'll take a look at is the 1-minute chart. We took some call entries on the 1-minute chart as price was aggressively dropping. You know, we took our call entries somewhere around here, 176-ish, you know, on this move down, right? Took 177.50 calls and 175 calls. Saw it pop back up. The 175s went into the money a little bit. They went in enough that they recovered the 177.50 calls. I didn't close them out yet. I'm still riding them since it's Monday. See if we can get some better action. But basically, we didn't see, a whole lot of smart money concepts entries because of the quick flush, right? We have a fair value gap here on the 1 minute chart that we're watching. This is also part of the reason why I expect that we're going to pop back up. We have that around the 177.23 up to 177.57. So confluence with the 1 minute fair value gap, aligning with the higher time frame fair value gap, consequent encroachments as well. But we also didn't see price pop back up into those fair value gaps to give us a short entry. So this was just, a straight sell off. Looks like it was, potentially, a nice move of manipulation to liquidate some positions, free them up, where smart money can buy those at a cheaper price before they push price back up again. And then you see during the lunchtime session, right, this was the silver bullet macro where we dropped back down. We did a little chopping. It looked like there was potentially going to set up an inverted head and shoulders. We ended up falling back down a little bit, right? PM session, more or less, inside or flat, considering the lunch macro as well, right? And then we saw that kind of push up. Currently in after hours, we're staying flat right around 175, same as we closed. So we'll see if we can catch some momentum tomorrow, drive us back up, right? Or see if we make that push back down to the 170, which is where that negative gamma level sits. So interested to see what happens tomorrow. Again, hardly any news this week. A lot of Fed speakers. Not sure if that's moving the market or not. The rest of the market seemed pretty euphoric. We saw QQQ and SPY really taking off today. They have some high gamma levels up above even current price. So be watching to see if QQQ and SPY both run as well. And like I said, we got NVIDIA earnings coming out on Wednesday. High gamma at 1,000 on NVIDIA. So it looks like the market's betting on NVIDIA taking a run off of earnings. So see if that can catapult things and get Tesla moving. Hopefully this has been helpful for you guys. Appreciate all the support. Just take a minute to hit that like button. Helps me get our name out through the algorithm. Share with all your friends. Share with your Discord families if you're on other Discords as well. Love to get the word out there. Get my analysis in some other hands. That'd be awesome. Again, thank you guys for the support and good luck on your trading sessions tomorrow.